We got a comment a few weeks ago that stopped us on our tracks. Someone had filmed an interview using two DJI Mic 2s with their Osmo Pocket 3, and one mic was recording at a much lower level than the other. They asked us if we had a video on how to fix it in CapCut. We didn't. So we replied, told them we'd look into it, and here we are. This video exists because of that comment. So if you've ever wondered whether we actually read what you write under our videos, we do. And if there's something you want us to cover, tell us in the comments, because that's exactly how this video was born. But that question got us thinking. Audio is probably the most overlooked part of editing for most creators. Everyone obsesses over color grading, transitions, text effects, but bad audio will lose your viewer faster than anything else on screen. So in this video, we are going to go through every single audio problem you are likely to face as a CapCut creator and show you exactly how to fix it. All of this is inside CapCut Desktop. I'm Dina, and I'm here to help you master CapCut the easy way. Let's jump in. Let's start with something that affects almost every creator who films talking head content, and most of them don't even realize how much damage it's doing. Filler words. Every time you say like, or just pause mid-sentence for no reason, that's a tiny moment where your viewer's attention drifts. It sounds small, but compounds across a 10-minute video, and it's one of the clearest signals to a viewer that what they're watching hasn't been properly edited. The good news is that CapCut can find and remove every single one automatically. Okay, so select your clip on the timeline and go to the text tab, and at the top of the screen, click Auto Captions on the left side. Before you generate, you'll see a toggle called Identify Filler Words, this one here. Turn that on. Now hit Generate. CapCut will transcribe your entire clip and highlight every filler word and unnecessary pause directly in the transcript panel on the right. You'll see them flanked in a different color so you can review them before removing anything. Once you're happy with it, hit Remove. CapCut automatically cuts every single one from your timeline. Not just from the captions, but from the actual footage. So, I wanted to quickly talk about, the importance of audio in your videos, because honestly, it's like one of those things that people just ignore. So I wanted to quickly talk about the importance of audio in your videos, because honestly, it's one of those things that people just ignore. What you're left with is a tighter, cleaner, more confident sounding clip, and you don't have to manually scrub through a timeline looking for every single pause. If you've never used this before, go test it on your last talking head video. The difference is immediately obvious. Here's something worth knowing before we get into the next fix. Studies consistently show that viewers will tolerate shaky or slightly out of focus footage far longer than they'll tolerate bad audio. The moment someone's voice is hard to hear, muffled, or competing with background noise, people leave. Not because they're being harsh, but because it's genuinely exhausting to listen to. So if you've ever filmed somewhere noisy, a kitchen with a fan running, near a busy road, or in a room with echo, this is the fix. Select your clip on the timeline and go to the Audio tab in the right panel. Make sure you're on Basic. You'll see Reduce Noise with a toggle. Turn that on first. This handles the background noise, the hum, the ambient room sound, the echo, and everything in between. It won't completely eliminate everything on its own, but it takes the edge off significantly. Now tick this one underneath, Enhance Voice, and set the intensity to 75. This is where the real transformation happens. Enhanced voice doesn't just clean up the audio, it actively improves the quality of the voice itself. Absolutely amazing. What you recorded with a phone mic in a noisy kitchen starts to sound like it was recorded with a proper microphone in a treated room. As you can hear, I put the electric kettle on. There's so much echo in this kitchen, and as you can see, there is no microphone on me. When I put this into CapCut, I'm going to reduce the noise and enhance the audio, and you will hear the difference immediately. As you can hear, I put the electric kettle on. There's so much echo in this kitchen, and as you can see, there is no microphone on me. When I put this into CapCut, I'm going to reduce the noise and enhance the audio, and you will hear the difference immediately. The reason these two work so well together in this order is that reduced noise handles the environment first, then enhanced voice works on what's left. Running them separately produces a decent result. Running them in sequence produces something genuinely impressive. Try it on a clip you thought was unusable and see what happens. This one is for anyone who has ever filmed somewhere they didn't have full control over the audio environment. A cafe, a gym, a market, a public space with music playing in the background. You got great footage, the framing is perfect, the lighting is good, but there's a track playing in the background that you didn't ask for. And now it's sitting underneath your voice on every single clip. CapCut can remove it completely, and this feature is completely free. So select your clip on the timeline, go to the audio tab and stay on basic. Scroll down until you see isolate voice. Tick the toggle to turn it on. You'll see a drop down with two options: keep vocal and remove vocal. Select keep vocal. CapCut will process the clip and separate the voice from everything else in the audio, removing the background music while keeping your voice clean and intact. The processing takes a moment, but the result is a clip where the background music is gone and your voice sits cleanly on its own. I filmed this in a cafe with music playing in the background, and now I'm going to remove this in CapCut. I filmed this in a cafe with music playing in the background, and now I'm going to remove this in CapCut. Keep vocal is the setting for rescuing your own voice from a noisy background. Remove vocal does the opposite. It strips the voice and keeps the music, which is useful if you want to use a piece of music as a clean instrumental bed without any vocals. Two completely different use cases, one toggle. Quick one before we carry on. If you want free assets to use in your edits right now, there's a free creator starter pack at 𝗙𝗥𝗘𝗘. You get horizontal mats, social media mats, outline frames, Apple lock to Rec 709 lot, and 15 CapCut FX tutorial. Each one is under a minute and designed to create the kind of scroll-stopping visual hooks that make people stop and watch. All free. Links in the description. This one is genuinely one of the most overlooked audio problems in creator videos, and most people have no idea it's happening to them. When you record with a single microphone, whether that's your phone mic or a shotgun mic, the audio is often recorded in mono. That means the signal only exists on one channel, either the left or the right. On speakers, that sounds completely normal, but put on a pair of headphones and you'll only hear the audio in one ear. The other ear is completely silent. It's subtle enough that you might miss it in your own edit, but your viewers will feel it even if they can't name it. It creates a sense that something is slightly off, and it instantly makes the video far less professional. Select your clip on the timeline and go to the audio tab. Stay on basic and scroll to the bottom where you'll find fill channel. Click the drop down. You have two options: fill right with left or fill left with right. Have a listen to your clip first to work out which channel has the audio signal and which one is silent. If your audio is only coming through the left channel, select fill right with left. This duplicates the left channel audio into the right channel, so both ears hear exactly the same thing. If it's only coming through the right, select fill left with right. It takes about 5 seconds, and it's one of those fixes that most creators never think to check. Go back through your last few videos and listen on headphones. You might be surprised. Well, not everyone has a professional microphone setup. Most creators start out recording on their phone or a basic mic, and the audio quality reflects that. It sounds thin, slightly hollow, and it doesn't have the warmth and presence that you associate with creators who sound they'll know what they're doing. CapCut has a voice changer filter that can close that gap significantly without you spending a penny on new equipment. Let me show you. Select your clip on the timeline and go to the audio tab. This time click voice changer at the top to switch tabs. You'll land on voice filters. Scroll through the options until you find podcast. Tap to download it if it hasn't been downloaded yet, then apply it. The difference is immediate. The voice gets warmer, fuller, and noticeably more present. It won't turn a phone recording into a studio mic, but it closes the gap in a way that's clearly audible.
The quality of your life is determined by the quality of your thoughts. Think small and you'll stay small. Think differently and everything shifts. The quality of your life is determined by the quality of your thoughts. Think small and you'll stay small. Think differently and everything shifts.
There are other filters worth exploring here, depending on what you're going for. Have a play with a few on your own clips and see which one suits your voice best. These are starting points, not fixed rules. This is the step most creators skip completely, and it's quietly damaging their videos every single time they upload. When you upload a video to YouTube, YouTube measures the loudness of your audio. The platform standard is -14 LUFS. If your audio is louder than that, YouTube turns it down automatically. That sounds fine until you realize that when YouTube compresses your audio down, it affects dynamic range, meaning the natural variation between quieter and louder moments in your video gets flattened, and the result sounds worse than what you exported. And if your audio is quieter than -14 LUFS, YouTube does nothing. It won't turn it up. Your video just sounds quieter than everyone else's on the platform, and the viewers subconsciously register that as lower quality content. The fix is to normalize your audio yourself before you export, so you control the result rather than handing it to YouTube's algorithm. And the good news is you only need to set this up once in CapCut, and it will apply to every single project from that point forward. Okay, so first let's set the global default. Go to the top menu and open Settings. Click the Edit tab. Scroll down until you see Target Loudness. Click the drop down and select YouTube, which is set to -14 LUFS. Hit Save. That's it. You only ever need to do this once. Now, every time you use Normalise Loudness in any project, it will automatically target -14 LUFS without you having to think about it. Now, to apply it to your clips, select your clip or select all clips on the timeline if you want to apply it across the whole project. Go to the Audio tab and stay on Basic. Find Normalise Loudness and tick the toggle. CapCut will automatically analyze and adjust the loudness of your clip to hit -14 LUFS. Apply this as the last audio step before you export every single time. This is one of those things that nobody tells you when you start making videos, and then you find out about it later and immediately go through everything you've uploaded wondering why it didn't sound quite right. Now you know. Do it every time. Last one. And this is where things get a bit more hands-on, but it's genuinely worth learning because the lack of this is one of the most obvious signs of an amateur edit. Okay, so here's the scenario. You've got a section of B-roll with music playing underneath it. The music sounds great, then your talking head footage comes in and suddenly the music and your voice are competing with each other. The viewer has to work to hear what you're saying and it feels chaotic. The fix is called audio ducking. It means you bring the music volume down smoothly just before your voice comes in, so the two never compete. Professional editors do this on every single project. In CapCut, you do it with volume keyframes. Find the music track on your timeline and identify the point just before your talking head clip starts. Click on the music clip to select it. On the left side of the timeline, you will see a small diamond icon, which is the keyframe button. this one here. Move your playhead to a point a second or two before the talking head begins and add a keyframe by clicking that diamond. This locks the current volume level at that point. Now move the playhead forward to the exact point where the talking head starts and add a second keyframe. With that second keyframe selected, drag the volume line on the clip down to around 20 to 30%. Because there are two keyframes, CapCut creates a smooth, gradual fade between that 2 points rather than a sudden volume drop.
The quality of your life is determined by the quality of your thoughts.
That smooth transition is the difference between an edit that feels polished and one that feels rough. Once you've done it a few times, it becomes second nature and you'll do it automatically on every project. That's the last fix, and honestly, if you apply everything in this video to your next project, your audio is going to sound noticeably better than it did before. If you want ready-made sound effects to use straight in your edits, the sound effects pack has 64 different effects with over 100 variations, clicks, impacts, whooshes, movement sounds, all designed for viral style editing and easy to layer directly in CapCut. Links in the description. And that's every major audio problem you're likely to face as a CapCut creator fixed. If you found this video useful, drop a comment below and let us know which fix you needed most. And if there's something else you want us to cover, tell us, because as you saw at the start of this video, we are listening. If this video was useful, a like and a subscribe means a lot. It helps us know we're making the right stuff. Now go create something awesome, and I'll see you in the next one.